Hello, my name is CarX82 and welcome back to my Gregtech New Horizons series. Today, just kind of doing some random stuff around the base. I went mining for chalcopyrite and some iron, so I've been smelting up a bunch of that. I've gone through quite a bit of iron, turning it into steel, well, wrought iron, then steel. I've gone through a bunch of water, or not water, but I'm electrolyzing water for oxygen. Got tongue-tied there. Because I've used a lot of oxygen smelting down wrought iron and then cooking it in the blast furnace. Now I also set up my advanced combustion generator here. I went through all my the light fuel in the low voltage one, added the advanced combustion generator, and now that appears to be running about what are we at, about 2 or 3 millibuckets or milliliters a second, however you want to say it. And I always burn myself on this thing. I really need to maybe put a cover on it or something. But yeah, I rearranged this a little bit. I put the pump or the conveyor belt on the actual machine and rearranged it a little bit. I think it just looks a bit tidier because you don't have it sticking out. Obviously, though, if you do put the conveyor belt on the pipe, it's a little easier to access. Because if I do this, like, it's a bit hard to get to the thing because you can't like click through it with the Gregtech pipes. So either way you want, put it on the pipe or on the machine. I just think it looks a little bit cleaner when it's on the machine. And then I just had this coming into the side, and then the fuel, the diesel, will be going out the back up into the combustion generator. Now I don't have this turned on, so let's go ahead and turn this on here and get that outputting into the combustion generator. Alright, so that should be good. Now with 2 generators here producing quite a decent amount, this is actually higher, but they're probably not running at full speed because this is full. So this doesn't look like it's kind of running at full speed, which unfortunately I kind of want this to run at full speed and this to, well, maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, we got 2 generators powering my medium buffer battery. And if we look at this, average output 115. Interesting. I don't know if that is 100% correct. Ah, right, because this is running. Yeah, because this is draining light fuel now. Yeah, but anyway, I think this is running pretty well. I just need to make sure I am producing enough oil, or converting it to light fuel for this, but it doesn't seem to be going down very fast. And this recipe, you get 6. Is that right? Yeah, you get 6 buckets. So you get a little extra. It's mostly light fuel, though. I don't know. We will see how that does. And then, yeah, everything else is running pretty well. I am out of wood here, but this went way up. This was way down, and it kind of jumps up and down, the amount of wood that I get from my wood farm. But overall, it's almost, it seems to be a net positive. All right. So everything seems to be going well here. I think today we are going to want to maybe get into some finding oil, a good oil source, because right now I have the I'm using the Billcraft oil source, so it's way over there. I have to do batteries and all sorts of stuff. So I think today I want to possibly find an actual Gregtech oil source. And to get that, I need to craft this advanced seismic prospector. And we're going to have to put some explosives in there. So why don't I go ahead and get this crafted up. That wasn't too bad of a recipe. Sensors are a bit annoying. Actually, not at all. I feel like they used to be kind of annoying. No, emitters, that's what I'm thinking of. The emitters are the annoying one. But even this isn't that bad anymore because the circuits aren't bad anyway. So let me get this crafted up and we will continue. Alright, we got all the components. This was actually pretty easy. The double steel plates are now easy because I can just use the MV bendy machine since I have it. So those are easy to make now. And there is this recipe. Now we'll take all those. That's actually pretty helpful. Gives you some explosives to work with because that is quite helpful. I'm curious if really quick, can I upgrade those yet? Not yet. I want to upgrade I can do tier 2. I want to upgrade them to the next tier though. HV. Anyway. So let's see what that opened. Oh, nice. Ore drilling plant and oil drilling plant. So this is actually what I want to go for next. So that helped a lot. Anyway. Well, basically what this does is you put it down and right, I need a printer and all sorts of stuff, don't I? Oh, I forgot about that. Alright, before we kind of get into this, I do need... There is a quest somewhere. For a printer. Is it over here? Oh man, where is that quest? And I need to just do some of these to... I have all these veins, but just to get the coins and stuff. There is a printer quest. I have to do... It tells you how to do all this, and I can't remember where it is. Let me find the quest so I can kind of do it. Because I'm trying to remember how exactly this works. I know... Don't you... You put like... I'm trying to remember. You put the data stick in there and then you have to put the data stick in a printer or a scanner and a printer. Oh, it's probably under the scanner. There we go. This probably has extra quests, I'm betting. Data sticks with raw prospecting data need a scanner too. Yep, that's it. Alright, so that's pretty difficult actually. I mean, not difficult, but it does use MV, 4 MV circuits for a LV machine, which is quite expensive. So once again, let me get the next couple things here. I believe a scanner and then a printer is needed. Is a printer a thing? Yep. Basic printer. This is easy. But yeah, let me get this scanner built first, though. All right, I have been doing a bunch of crafting. I did add an extra information panel and put my tank so I can see how much is in this without having to constantly mouse over it. Yeah, and I did find out there is actually, if I can remember the name of it, is it color or something? Yes, this color upgrade. But it requires an advanced circuit, so that is really expensive for me right now. But it lets you change from the green to a different color. But I also did find another thing. It was just kind of a cool little thing. If you look at the muffler, the particle effects are going up here. But if I actually put a block over it, it like pushes the particles out that way. I don't know, I just thought that was like a really cool kind of like feature. Yeah, I don't know, I just wanted to kind of show that. I thought it was cool. All right, but anyway, let's go back to what I was doing. And that is crafting the scanner. Let's just double check. Is it medium? Yeah. Or basic scanner. Yep, I just need that. So there we go. Gets us some coins. And right there it is. There's the basic printer, which I thought. When you use a seismic prospector, you'll need a scanner and printer to create books full of tasty ores and delicious foods. Use ink sacs in a fluid extractor to get the squid ink. Move using a tank or universal cells. All right, and I also went ahead and got the printer. This actually wasn't that bad, to be honest. It's much easier crafting the circuits now than it was in the past. So MV circuits are actually, I don't have to look at the recipes and think, oh, MV circuits. All right, so that is that, and they actually give me some ink sacs as well, which is nice. I think I have a lot. I live in a river, so. Okay, so these need power, obviously. My brewery, I just kind of threw it there. Ooh, that's not right. I need 8, don't I? Well, technically I don't. I'll just use the 4 one. I really don't know how many more LV machines I'm going to be crafting. But if I do, I'll replace that with the bigger thing. All right, so scanner we can just throw there. Printer we'll throw up top. Let's make sure they are connected to power. Yeah, I'll connect it. I mean, I'm not even really using the brewery right now, but I may. Okay, so for this machine, I did find where it says how to use it, and it is under multi-block goals. I just all right, to determine which, you put this prospector down and then right click it with some sort of explosive device, so powder barrels, TNT, etc. Wait a few seconds before placing. And the reason I'm guessing is that sometimes the Gregtech, I don't know why it happens, I don't. But when you place any sort of like Gregtech machine down, as we kind of saw right there, it takes a second to register. So if I'm clicking on it, it won't pop up, and there it goes. So that's why it's saying to wait a few seconds, otherwise you're going to be placing explosives like in front of it instead of in the machine. and we don't want to do that. And then, so we put that down, then we put the data stick in, or right click it with the data stick. Now, oil fields are a bit confusing. They're 8x8 chunks, and then there's amounts. Every kind of oil field gets a type of oil, I believe, and an amount. And the prospector will give us that information. Now, luckily, the quest actually gave us a bunch of these, or 4 of these, because this isn't an easy recipe to make. And there's 50 million slimes out there. I guess we can just go. It doesn't have to be. I can just do it here. I'm curious what it is in my base area. So why don't we try this? This does 80. The prospector does 80 blocks below, I think. It says on it. Not that one. This one. 80 by 80. Only blocks below the prospector. So it'll tell me ore and all sorts of stuff. Oil prospecting area 3x3 oil fields. All right, but let's go ahead and try this out. So I think I just right click it and we'll see what happens. There we go, it's working. And when it turns off, we right click it with a data stick, I believe. I have no idea how long that takes. While that's working, actually, can we do it? Nope. This. 40 seconds that takes. So as you can see, this portable scanner is really convenient at pointing out hidden, kind of hidden information, Gregtech. All right, so there it goes. It turned off. And then we right click it with one of these. Is it by itself? Shift right click? No. Oh, we got it. All right, so it didn't really make a sound or anything, but if you look at it, it says raw prospect, the raw data. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that word. Prospection, raw prospection data. There we go. All right, so what we do with this is, I think we put this in a scanner, right? Use a data stick to extract the data. Right clicking on it after the animation. Then you need to put the analyzed data stick in a GT scanner, which is this right here. So we'll put that in there. It'll take a second. Now we need to get ink in this printer, which is what this is for. And I have a tank here. The extract is on that side. So I need to, actually, I can place that there. It's set to extract or export. And then I guess we'll do, how about we just do 8? I'll turn this off. I don't know how many of these I'm going to need. I can always do extra. I'll just throw them in there. All right, so, and then oh, this isn't. Now that I'm thinking, this won't work on that, will it? I could just put it in there, and will it even go in there? Yeah, let it go in there, and then I'll just shift click it out. And then, in theory, if I put it in there, Screwdriver. Input from output side allowed. All right, so there is that. Just get the rest of this ink out. I need to get a better hand pump. One that's can do bigger. All right, so there is the low capacity storage data. Then I need to, don't I need to put some paper in there? Then place it in the bottom right slot of a printer and add 3 paper. Make sure there's 144. So that goes in there. This goes in there. Now, this, I don't know if you can, I think you can you just like smelt these or, all right, it looks like you can just put in a crafting recipe. Punch card. This is what we're doing. So we should get printed pages. Yep, there they are. And then the printed pages go in an assembler, some refined glue, and some leather. I have plenty of refined glue down here. I'll just get a bunch of it. I can just take it out when I, if I don't need it. Fluid canner. So there is the refined glue. We will put that in there. We'll put that in there. And there is our book. So pretty crazy. I mean, a lot of steps here to get this. But if we right click on this book, we should, it'll tell us what it's found. So it found magnetite, which I know because I'm over a magnetite vein. Close, mid, far. Oils 9. Mid-range ore, it found graphite, magnetite, apatite. So that tells me there's 3 different veins, which is pretty cool. And it actually tells you where it's at. Minus 216. Yeah, it does. Which I also know that because, let's see. I don't have the apatite one. I did find the apatite vein, but I didn't mark it. But yeah, I know these are right here. So mid-range ores, far-range ores, pyrochlore, tricalcium phosphate. I don't have no idea what that is. Found an emerald, some gold. All right. And then, let's see. Did it? All right, so the oils in this vein look like raw oil is the main one. I think this is what it's telling. Usually, this has changed a bit since the last time I saw this. So not much heavy oil, unfortunately, but it looks like, oh, okay, I see what it's saying. So there's 9 chunks. Okay, this is what, here we go. So the prospector I did in this chunk, maybe I should mark that so I know which chunk all this is talking about. So let's zoom in here. Which chunk are you in? You're in this one. All right. So we're in this chunk, so we'll just, how about we prospect, how about 1, prospecting 1. So this is the chunk. If we look at the 3x3 radius that it did, so it did a 3x3 radius. We're in 5, it says prospector. So this is the thing, we're in 5. So in our chunk, we have 69 to 113 oil. And then, as we can see, the best one in this group is this raw oil. Well, the most. Not necessarily the best type of oil. But if we look at 6, I guess, which way is this facing? That is a question. I don't know. Prospects from northwest to southeast. So if I'm facing north, yeah. Northwest to southeast. So what this is telling me is 6 is a good chunk. So this chunk is a good one, which of course it is because it's right under my base. And then the other good one would be the raw oil, because that's quite a good amount. So this one. So I guess I could. I don't want to put too many waypoints. But like you could do raw oil. What was it? 186 to 143. I don't know if this is going to be useful, but raw oil. 86 to 143. The other one, I do kind of want to find a good heavy oil. Obviously, that's a bit harder to find. Obviously, we have no natural gas, almost none, and no light oil. But this raw oil is pretty good. And then basically what these are telling you is how much you can pump out of the oil. Since there's no physical like oil in the world, it just kind of like creates it from the drilling. The drilling rig just kind of creates it depending on what chunk you're in. So yeah, I could. Why don't we go do another one and we'll test this out. So we'll break this, and then how about we do, so we did these 3 chunks. Did I turn that? Did I not make that? Oh well, I thought I did the waypoint. I guess I didn't save it. Let's try it again. Raw oil. Was it 86 to 143? Say, all right. Yeah, so we did these 3 bed chunks. So let's go to this chunk and try this again. And see what these chunks get, and we'll see the kind of difference. So we're in the right chunk. I'll place that down, give it a second. Right click, there we go, it starts working. And I actually really like how this has been changed to be a lot more, the information is a lot better, I think. I mean, it really gives you like where these ores are and all sorts of stuff. Yeah, I really like that. And it even kind of gives you a breakdown of how far, how close, mid, and far, how many oils and stuff you get. So I am pretty happy with that. Unfortunately, the raw oil is like right under my base. I didn't want it to be quite that close because of the pollution. Raw oil, not raw oil, oil. I'm never going to remember the name of this thing. Drilling rig, drilling gas fluid drill, yeah. Use program circuits to ignore exhausted oil field. I'm not quite entirely sure what that means. Yeah, if it's exhausted, why would you have it continue and run? Doesn't say pollution though. Like this one says causes up to 240 pollution per second. Does this drilling rig not cause any pollution? It costs 600, 240. I don't know. All right, so that is done. If I just right click it, it looks like they have to be by themselves. Yeah, if they're stacked, it won't work. So that is another thing to be aware of. So we will scan that. And then once you're done with these data sticks, you don't need them anymore because you have the books. So I can just do that and get my data stick back. And then we'll hold on to the book. How about we just, we'll throw it right there. I know that's not what it's made for. There is bookcases. Bookshelf. Bookshelf. Is that a thing? Bookcase. I don't know if that item is in. Yeah, wasn't there like where you could put the items, the books on it? I know that is a thing I have seen before. I don't remember. Or is this just going to be like a regular like bookcase? Like if I put this, yeah, that's what I thought. So then you can just put your books in there. I don't know if I'm going to keep it right there, but all right. So we got our stick. We'll put it in the printer. And I need to wrap up the episode here, but I just wanted to kind of show this entire process because it can be a bit confusing the first time you do it. Yeah, and then I do have another letter, which reminds me I should walk over here and hit a cow. Give me some leather. There it is. There is that. And in there you go. And let's take a look. Anything better? I don't really need to know the veins, honestly, because I found most of them. See, I feel like there should be an earlier version of this, so you can help find the veins. All right, I want the oils. It is quite similar, isn't it? Did it? Oh, did it? No? I thought that would show these 3 veins. Maybe I am. Wait, 9 8x8 oil fields. Okay, so maybe I misunderstood this. These are the oil fields around it. Is that what it's saying? Oh, okay. So I think, just kidding. This isn't a single chunk. These are actual oil fields. Okay, I had totally misunderstood that. So good thing I did this again. This is a 9 8x8 oil field. So this is an 8x8 in the middle. So the prospector is, we're here. So it's like, this is the entire oil field. And then this is going to be like another oil field. So the oil field that my base is sitting in. Okay, so I totally misread that. So I'm in 5. I'm in this oil field. So wherever I put this in here, it's going to be in that oil field. All right. So that changes things a bit. I don't know. So 8x8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, that is a huge oil field. All these different chunks and stuff. All right. But that's going to be it for this episode. I will I think I'm going to craft up some of the components for the oil drilling thing, and then maybe we can, next episode, we will set up the multi-block. I will kind of figure out what chunk I want to do it in, or what oil field, and all sorts. Because I guess this is, so if that's a 9x9, it's for 9 8x8 oil fields. So is this a 72 by 72 radius? Is that what it'd say? I mean, is it like, holy cow, that's huge. If that is kind of like, is this like, did it scan this? Kind of, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. So anyway, we'll come back next episode and we will progress a bit further. Anyway, thanks for watching and have a good one.